So we're gonna race some cars now. Last time we played, so this is our very first season here in the World Motorsport Series. We are now in the top league. And this is the first league where they had ERS, an energy recovery system, available. So when we were designing our car at the start of the season, it asked us which of 3 ERS systems we're going to use. I couldn't not pick one. We had to pick one of them. They all cost exactly the same, 3 million pounds. And so there was supercharger, battery, and flywheel. And based on the description, it sounded like, so the supercharger, like, was charged fast, but had a fairly, small tank. The batteries take a little longer to charge, but have a bigger tank, and the flywheel take longest to charge, but have a biggest tank. And it said the flywheel was particularly effective with a hybrid engine mode, which lets you do all kinds of cool fuel-saving modes. And in the rules for the league, it said, so there's a rule that says that ERS is available, somewhere in here. Yeah, advanced ERS, right? All 3 of these modes are available. That's great. And there was nothing in the rules that said, and hybrid mode is banned. The problem is, it turns out that hybrid mode is something that has to be explicitly allowed. So we looked at all the descriptions, and we thought, hey, let's do the flywheel thing. It sounds like a really good thing. We can do some cool fuel efficiency stuff and went to the first race and discovered hybrid mode was not available. And the flywheel is really not a very good ERS system if you don't have hybrid mode available. And so it's just a visual display kind of thing, right? It doesn't tell you it's banned, because it's not banned. It just apparently has to be explicitly allowed, which is dumb because you'd think that was part of the ERS. Anyway, after the stream, I went on both Twitter and Discord and asked people, should we edit the save file? Should we make a change to the save file? Because the bad presentation, the lacking information over here, and the fact that it was our first season in a league with ERS meant that we had no idea we were picking an ERS system that was completely crippled. It was half broken because the reason you choose flywheel, good hybrid mode performance, simply was not an option. But there was no way of knowing that. And overwhelmingly, Twitter and Discord were very much in favor of us making a tweak to the save file. So I got a save game editor. I could not find an option to change which ERS we were using. I couldn't find it in the save editor. That may have just not been a feature it supported. However, I did find an option to add a new rule to the league. So what I did is I enabled hybrid power mode in this league. Technically, it adds an extra £1 million to the ERS chassis part, so everyone in the league got a free £1 million off, just as a freebie. None of us paid $4 million. We only paid $3 million, not $4 million, but, no advantage to be had there. And everyone has now the ability to use hybrid power mode. No matter what type of ERS they're using, hybrid power mode is now an option. But more importantly, with us who chose flywheel, our flywheel is no longer absolute broken garbage. So we've got this. So this is exactly the same save as before, although I've advanced the time to right before today's race. It's exactly the same save as before, except hybrid power mode has been enabled for the league. This felt, after discussion on Twitter and Discord, this felt like the best possible situation. It was either that, or we might have had to restart the season because we chose a part that was garbage and pointless. And so overwhelmingly people are in favor of this. So there we go. We have made an edit to the save. Theoretically, we are still on track for our challenge over here. Hasn't broken it. I don't think this was particularly cheating-y. I mean, if we'd had hybrid mode engaged as a rule first, maybe more of the AI teams might have chosen flywheel, but just as many might have taken supercharge and battery, because it still sounds like those are still really good modes. So, done and done. We're all caught up. Yeah, the actual real-life F1 race yesterday, holy crap. Wow, I mean, I was going to say, so it's not spoiled. I mean, at this point, anyone who follows vaguely any sporting news will know there was a very serious accident that happened, and it was, like, quite the miracle that we did not see someone die yesterday. It was unbelievable. I have never seen a crash like that live. It was really, really extreme. Like, and like, if any little microscopic things had changed, I think that the Roman Grosjean would be dead right now, which is bonkers. And instead, he's got a few light burns. That's about it. So for those who don't know, start of the race, like third or fourth corner or something like that, there was a crash. There was basically, a knock, and then sent one of the cars sort of flying into a barrier. The car split in half, which you never see. Some of the fuel lines got ruptured, which you never see. Fires in modern F1 are basically unheard of. The only thing you'll see is sometimes in the engine, a part might break, there might be a little bit of oil leak, and you'll see a little bit of smoke and flame. They just pull over and they step out. It's like not a serious thing at all. It's like cosmetic fires, basically. But here, the car exploded in a giant fireball. The car ripped in half. The front part, where the driver was, wedged itself inside a fence, wedged itself between two barriers inside of the fence. The whole thing engulfed in fire. Roman was able to get himself out. He was in there about 20 seconds, surrounded by fire. If he had been knocked unconscious, he probably would be dead, because he wouldn't be able to get out fast enough. It was just unbelievable. And the halo, which a lot of people originally, when it was introduced, didn't like, the halo on a car. Can we get a picture of a car here? So in modern F1, as of 2018, there's this sort of loop, this ring that goes above this cockpit area, and a lot of people didn't like it when introduced. They're like, oh, it looks stupid, it'll make the cars heavier and stupid, and think if that halo wasn't there, 100% he was dead, because the top barrier that got split would have just would potentially decapitate him. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable. And it's actually probably the third time the halo's literally saved someone's life so far, so the whole arguments about it, it's been put to bed. No, the halo is incredibly important. So, yeah, it took an hour. The race was immediately stopped. Red flag was an hour before it started up again. Very, very scary. And on TV, they never want to show, right? When there's a crash like that, they don't show anything until they confirm that the driver's okay. And we were 2-3 minutes before we got any kind of confirmation. And yeah. But he's okay, which is good, because Roman Grosjean is a really, really, really nice fella. If you ever follow any of the his social media kind of stuff, he's got 3 kids. The relationship with him and his wife is really wonderful. They got a cookbook out together, all these things, and so all that goes through your head. Oh my god, while it's happening. So that's that. Anyway, we're here to play some video games, so let's go ahead and do that. Racing overalls, helmets have to withstand. Yeah, they have to withstand fire for 2 minutes. Yeah. The burns were sort of in the hands, so maybe some glove separation in the feet kind of thing, a little bit over there. I mean, it's not great, but I think he's going to be fine, or hopefully he's going to be completely fine. But he's not racing next week. That's for sure. Oh, new racing suits specifically this year were introduced that saved him from more burns. Wow. Wow. What time? So yeah, it's all these things. F1 has really been trying to be maxed out on safety as much as possible. They've been working on it really hardcore for years, because I mean, drivers used to just drop dead all the time. It was just a fact that this was going to happen. And at some point, some of the drivers said, no, enough is enough. We're going to force F1 to make some changes. And since then, it's been pretty good. There was Jules not that long ago that was pretty bad. That was fairly freakish, and then more changes were made there. And that's the point. At this point, it should only be incredibly freakish accidents that come close to causing any problems, and then hopefully there's adaptation that happens after that. So, yeah, Fittipaldi is subbing in. That's who's going to be racing next time. All right, Steve, you missed the discussion with the ERS. What happened with the ERS is, after many discussions, we've edited the save to allow hybrid mode in this series. So all the drivers will have access to a hybrid mode, and it means that our flywheel is no longer basically just flat out dead weight, because we can actually make use of it. Today's race, we are going to Yokohama in Japan. So we're going to be on track layout A over here. Deceleration and medium speed corners are crucial. Top speed is useful. Low fuel burn, medium tire wear, 32 laps. The tires are going to be super softs, and mediums. However, on the actual race day itself, rain is predicted. We do have the level 2 forecast department. I actually don't know if our forecast department changes the accuracy of this. I don't know if that has any impact on this whatsoever, versus just showing you more laps ahead during the actual race. But it looks like it is going to be a wet day on the actual race day. But if it is indeed dry during practice and qualifying, what we'll probably do is we'll probably practice on the super softs, the quali tires, and then try to bring that into qualifying for the best possible time. Fingers crossed. The other thing I don't know, can you use ERS in the qualifying mode? Because in real life, the cars do, right? They charge up their batteries on the outlap. Well, probably they mostly leave the pits with a fully charged battery. And then when it comes to do their hot time lap for qualifying, then they go and burn through all the power in their battery for that. I'm assuming, I'm hoping that you don't use ERS in the qualification modes in this, because if there is, we're probably at a bit of a disadvantage because our ERS is not as good for just pure speed boost, but we'll see. This says Joe says you don't use ERS in quali. And that's sort of what I was expecting, but this is the first time we're going to be actually going through the qualifying mode in this league. So the 3-round quali and with the ERS available. So I think that's that. Let's take a look at the parts real quick. So parts-wise, we did go ahead and improve this. We've got our new engine. It's only at 62% reliability. That might be a little tough. We were improving our brakes and our suspension here just because those are both crucial parts over here and I didn't want them to break down. They're at about 80%, which is going to be fine for everything. So that got there. This new engine, that's just a question mark. I feel like 62% might be a little too low. And here's the thing. The new engine isn't that much better than the others in terms of their relative difference, although who knows what that would do for the actual league. I propose we don't use our new engine yet. I propose that we just stick with the 2 that we've got here. It's not like they have stupendous reliability, but they're going to have some. So I think we're going to do that. We won't be running red, but here's the thing. If we do actually have, if we can use hybrid mode, which is really good for fuel consumption, it means we could be running red and orange engine modes a lot more. Or we can underfuel. The thing is, I don't know how much we can underfuel by. So here's the thing. Because we have low reliability, I would like to not run aggressive engine modes. I would like to run just yellow engine modes. But we're going to have more fuel efficiency. So since we're not going to be running aggressive fuel modes, which burn more fuel, we're going to want to underfuel to start off with. I don't know how much we can underfuel by using a flywheel and hybrid mode. Some people said you could do underfuel by 10 laps or something like that. This is only a 32 lap race though, so on this one, it might not be so much. We are allowed to underfuel. Sweet. We absolutely could. 100%. Well, the last race, it certainly looked like I could. For all I know, if I tried to start the race, we wouldn't be able to, but we will see. I think we can probably underfuel. I'm thinking we're going to underfuel by 5 laps. Or something like that. Yeah, these numbers are pretty crazy in this. I think maybe when they hit about 2,000, the league tends to reset these parts, but we're not quite over there. Anyway, so with that, I don't think there's anything we need to do for our parts fittings. We would like to have the better parts on Balky's because she is our slightly better driver. We did assign that engine over there, but I don't think we're gonna. I think we'll do this. But yeah, the parts are effectively all the same, so it doesn't really matter who has what here. Balky does have the built-in trait for fuel efficiency, and so I'm going to give her the more reliable engine because she's more likely to be able to push the engine mode a little bit more because she's going to be burning less fuel, so hopefully the reliability will be there. So that's going to be that. I did cycle the pit crew. We are almost, but not quite at all 20s. We are just lacking some fiddle-faddling over here. The problem is we don't have the one extra. We have an extra 20 fixing, but that's Noon's, who's also a 20 tire, and we don't have an extra 20 tire. Oh, that's not true. There's this guy, but he's tired at 0.3%. Could we put Cool Decor in something? No, not really. So I don't think we can do the all 20s thing over here. Hopefully we don't have to do any fixing, and 1 point shy over there is not a big deal. Oh, I just realized Cool Decor's got a 0.2% mistake chance. Oh, we're going to want to sub you out. And replace you with, I guess, probably Szymanski over here. The 18 fixing, but 0% error chance. So something like that. But we got 20 for all the things we know we're going to do, and then slightly lower for the fixing. That seems okay. I think we can start the race. We are working on another engine. It was going to take a long time to do. There's a good chance we won't be able to use this new engine in the next race either because we might not be able to get reliability high enough, but we'll see how it goes. Chesson has 1% or 0.1. Oh yeah, Chesson over here. I guess we could sacrifice, yeah, if we're not going to hit all 20s, I'll put Dunn in here, because Dunn has the 19, which is still pretty good, but the 0% mistake chance. Gagliano on the rear jack, actually. I didn't realize there was a few more in here. I guess I was obsessed about other things. We're going to put Neville in there, Neville Longbottom. He'll be the hero that we need. Okay, so we got 0% mistake chances everywhere now. Done and done. We missed a donation. Thank you very much. I got to bring up my own volume, I think, over here. Loon Call! Oh my god, 12 minutes ago. Sorry about that, Loon. Worst Xmas song ever. I Want a Hippo for Christmas? I don't know if that one rings a bell. Also, I was getting addicted to Thanksgiving leftovers, so I had to quit cold turkey. no! I was getting addicted to Thanksgiving leftovers, so I had to quit cold turkey. Can we get some booze up in chat? Oh my god, I haven't heard that one before. And actually, when at the start I thought it was like real. I'm like, oh yeah, you got a lot of leftovers. I know what it's like. I mean, the leftovers from Thanksgiving are the best, but you get tired of it at some point. And then I got to the punchline. It was really good. But see, the better a bad joke is, the more, like, the worse something is, the better it is. Doesn't mean it doesn't deserve booze. The booze is like, that's the fuel for puns. You want to get booed. That's how you know you did a good job. All right, I think we're ready to go. Let us continue. Sponsor-wise, over here, we are going to take the Football Manager sponsor because it's basically going to be impossible for us to get second or third. We're mostly waiting for these sponsorships to expire so we get more appropriate sponsors for these leagues. These are sponsorships we carried over from the previous season where those numbers were expected. 7th and above is probably not going to happen either. Now, tire selection, luckily, we are going to get a full set of intermediates and meat and wets, which we're likely going to be using for race day itself. Other than that, really don't know. What I'm tempted is doing something like this and then a bunch of softs for quali, right? A couple of mediums, a couple of softs, and a ton of super softs. So, well, do we need this many? Let's think about this. We're gonna practice. We're gonna burn through a set of super softs in practice. We might do 2 stints for our qualification, therefore using up, at least partially using up 2 more super softs. That'll leave us with 2 supers, 2 softs, and 2 mediums for the race, giving us a good amount of flexibility. We don't know. I mean, it's medium tire wear, 32 laps. I don't actually have a good sense of how that's going to burn through these tires. But I think we're gonna go with something like this, and we'll just have to hope that that's okay. Do we need the mediums? We don't know. It's possible. Okay, here's the thing. We don't know if it's actually going to rain on race day. It says heavy rain. Sometimes it lies. It's possible that we could do a one-stopper if we have 2 medium tires. What are the odds that we are actually going to A, not have rain, and B, 2 mediums is exactly right, as opposed to medium plus soft or something like that? We just don't know. That's one of the difficulties with choosing our tires here for this particular race thing. I suspect with some amount of rain, what we might see is we might end up doing one stint on wets, 1 on intermediates, and we'll have just enough time to like squeeze in a super soft. Or maybe we'll start on super softs, then it'll start raining, so we'll switch to that. Then we can maybe end with super soft again. Might need more. We don't get to choose. We get a full set of intermediates and wets without having to do anything else. Pay attention to where the pit lane is and how fast it may likely be. That's a good point. We remember our last race, our first race in this league, the pit lane actually like cut off some of it. The pit stops were effectively free on that one. So it was a massive, like, it was, in hindsight, we're like, wow, no, that's a multi-stop race. You want to pit aggressively on this one. Here, the pit lane doesn't cut anything off whatsoever. I have no, so I think we're going to have effectively maximum cost for pit stops for whatever that is. You think mediums are probably going to last 20 laps? If that's true, then we don't need 2 mediums. We could just do this, maybe bring an extra set of softs. So that'll give us 2 supers and 3 softs for the race. Because it's possible for race day itself, we might do 2 stops and 3 stints on softs, period. Plus or minus one rain. So we don't know. Max speed for the pit is, I think, 60 kilometers an hour, which I think they list as standard. So there's not extra slow, not extra fast pit stops. F it, let's do it. Let's do it. It is really hot. So when it's really hot like that, we might run harder tires so they don't overheat as much. I don't know, man. It's so hard to figure out. It's so hard to figure out. We're going to assume we're probably only going to do one round of quali, but we're going to allow ourselves enough super softs in case we can do 2. That's basically what we're coming in with. Parts are going to be okay. Yeah, we'll go with this. I don't know. What could possibly go wrong? Trevor's really unhappy. They will go rogue. Oh yeah, no strategic orders. That's a weird one. Well, 2 softs, 2 mediums when I originally had. Some people in chat thought it's likely the mediums are going to go much longer. Like, if we could get something like 20 laps out of me, but it may not be. Honestly, I kind of wish I'd gone 2 and 2. I kind of wish I hadn't let chat sway me, because I don't think we're going to need 3 softs, and therefore having 2 mediums may have given us a little bit more flexibility, but oh well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at a little train! I like this track. There's so much action going on here. You got the big Ferris wheel. All right, go, go, go. Let's actually take a quick look over here. How long does it think these tires will last? Okay, it does actually predict that the mediums would last at least 20 laps on this one, so we definitely won't need 2 mediums. That's going to be okay. Practice over here is going to be dry. We are going to practice on the super softs so that we can get knowledge for our qualification. If we do get into the second round of quali, we might burn through all of the quali tires, which would sort of be okay because we could do medium plus soft for race day itself. The thing is, on 32 laps, actually, yeah, that's very likely to be the case, because I don't think medium plus super is an option. We could do 2 softs, but it might be a little tricky to pull that off, because we'd have to go exactly 16 on both, which might be possible. Medium plus soft is definitely fine, because even these medium times would last 35 laps. The downside is the heat, which means we probably won't push them, so there might be a little tire left. But actually, I'm betting a medium plus soft stint is actually going to be pretty good. But in any case, we're going to practice on super softs for optimized qualification time. So I'm going to be okay with that. In terms of setup, so, the handling right over here. We've got quite a lot of cornering. I mean, there's this one straight over here. I don't like being right in the middle of this green bar. It doesn't tell us much. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more of both wings here. Something like that. So we're going to move off to the side. That way, we'll get I feel like we get more information. Because if we land here and it says, you know, okay, well, I don't know what direction to go in with the okay. So we'll do this. I mean, if it says poor, then we know we can, like, jank it way over to the right. I kind of like that. With the speed, hold on. Let me compare the 2 drivers 1 second. Yeah, see, and okay, so with Rhea, they're actually expecting it to probably be a little bit more high downforce. So I'm actually really happy we're going here. It might end up shifting a little to the right, but I'm actually betting we're going to be quite close where we are. Handling. They are very confused as to where the handling should be. One is like, no, very understeer. One is like, no, very oversteer. Which means the handling's probably going to be right near the middle somewhere over here. Speed balance as well might be a little weighted towards acceleration. Let me just stiffen up the suspension 2 notches over here and see where that is. I'm not going to mess with the speed balance right now. We're going to go out with something kind of like this. Maybe with Monty, I'll leave her downforce over here because we'll know what direction to move in. And yeah, probably it's going to end up somewhere over here, but it could be here. We don't know. The handling, we don't know what direction it's going to go in. The speed balance, we don't know what direction it's going to go in. I mean, weird. All right. We will take practice. So, because we're very likely to do poorly in quali regardless, I think we will do... I don't know. Maybe I'll get, like, level 1 quali, and then we'll just go to race. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do some quali trim, the setups, and then we'll go into race at that point. I think that's going to be okay. Actually, I could split the difference and just see where we are, and that might not be so bad, but no, let's go ahead with this and this. Done and done. Unpause, and let's go double red. Although that is going to, like, burn the tire real fast. And yeah, there's no ERS messing around in practice, and presumably, based on comments that people are making in chat, probably no ERS in quali either. Alright, downforce is very poor with Monty, and we left hers a little lower, like over here, towards the right. So we clearly need to crank a lot more. This is very poor, so it's got to go quite far. Okay, that might not still be enough, but it should at least give us some information over here. The handling was good. The speed balance is poor. So it was poor over here, so we need quite a bit shorter speed balance. Something like that. Now, the handling's going to move somewhat over here. I think that'll be enough of a shift to give us some new information. So let's go ahead and start with that. Oh my gosh! And then in comparison, purple, purple, green. Okay. Let's see what this does for information. We do have longer practice times, which is kind of nice. Come on. Alright, so Monty's only good with the downforce. And actually, she's got it basically... I think I actually set something like 17 and 27 with Balky. And that's not working for Monty. So you can see how, like, the cars are a little bit different. I'm going to add more downforce. I'm going to give her, like, an extra 1 degree of downforce and see if that smacks her into the great. The handling was good, is now great. So, yeah, excellent is probably slightly to the right, which is where we are. Let me bring the speed balance back to where it is, and let's just soften the suspension 1 notch. And see if that hits us in the excellent. Alright, well, there you go. Purple all the things. 99%. Alright, we don't have to mess with anything else with Balky. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch Balky into race trim and just leave her out on race trim now. To get as much information as that. And what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to finish quali trim with Monty. She does have lower feedback, so it's going to come in a lot slower, but we don't have that much more to do. And let's go ahead and do this and this, and that and that. Alright. And Monty's got to come back in, but Balky doesn't. That was a lucky practice. And it's funny, if I used the exact same numbers on Monty, we wouldn't be anywhere close to being done. It only worked for Balky's car. Oh my god! Okay, so adding the extra 1 degree of front wing. So, Monty and Balky have a whole 1 degree difference in wing, which is substantial. That is a big number difference, 1 degree. 1 degree apart is actually crazy. Well, this is annoying. Triple purple, we're only at 98%. For reasons. What I'm going to do is I'll give a tire pressure tweak. So these are slightly different. We'll see if it raises to 99% or not. We'll see. You still need to go out for a little bit of quali. What I'll do is I'll quali trim for a lap, and then we'll just let you out. I won't do the manual pull-in until it actually hits the full knowledge, which actually might happen on this out lap. Nope. Just barely not. Alright, that's fine. But you'll get it now. Quali trim. There it is. Bring in and we'll change you to race trim. Because we're going to try to get, like, level 3 race trim or something. Now, the other thing we might want to do... Well, here's the problem. We don't know what tires we're going to need on the race. We know it's very likely we're going to do a one-stop race with, like, maybe a medium-soft transition. But we might be spending some, if not all of the race on wet tires. We can't really practice on wets. So I'm just going to stay on super softs so that at least we have best qualifying. So what did you get with your triple purple? Hopefully better than 98, because that was annoying. Alright. There you go. Another notch that way. We'll see what it does. So you're just going to do race trims. You're going to be out for the rest of it. You're going to stay on these super softs, and that's going to be that. Yeah, Balky's tires. It doesn't matter. You can finish on 0% tire. Actually, maybe you don't get information anymore. I'll pull back on the tire pushing. In fact, let me go to backup, and we'll leave you on yellow because it's possible it's still so hot it's going to increase. Okay, there you go. And then we'll put you over here. So we're still trying to squeeze out as many laps as possible. I know there's worn tires. I mean, maybe if they go to 0, we don't get knowledge from it anymore. I don't know. In my head, yeah, well, that's right, because we're playing another game. I'll put you here for now, which I think will be okay for the actual race itself. I think if we're here. Perfect gear ratios. Good, 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 good. Oh, our super soft knowledge is done. Do I... We've got 8 minutes left. We might be able to get like 1% on another tire, but I don't know if there's any point to doing that. Like, at all. Assuming we're still getting our race trim knowledge, and we are. Yeah, you hit 0. We're still getting race trim. I think we're fine. We're just going to run on our rims. That's going to be okay. We could switch back to quality. Well, we want to max out race trim. Now that we're nearly there, I guess we could come in and get some more quality trim. Yeah, we'll do a double bring-in. I think you'll get the knowledge. Depends on where Balky is. Oh, yeah, Balky should be able to finish the knowledge. Good, good, good. So, yeah, we'll just switch back to quality trim and see if we can get another level. Oh! We actually made it worse over here. Well, that's interesting. Hold on. So, the speed balance has to be further to the right. Let's see this and see what it does. We're going to keep the same tires, because I don't want to burn in a new set. And we'll see if we can get the level 2 quality trim. How'd you do? 99%. All right. All right. Good, good, good. Quality trim. Do that. And just stay out. And go ahead and be aggressive with the engine modes, but we're not going to press the tires anymore. You're right. We probably don't need 3 softs, but I don't think we really need the knowledge for it. It's got the running flat warning over here. And maybe we're just running slower, so we're not going to get as many laps. That's possible. And I think distance is what does this, so maybe we should have switched to at least the softs to go a little faster. No, I think we're going to get the level 2 quality trim regardless. Yeah, there we go. Done. Done, done, done. Driving 0% tires seems a little gamey. Yeah, yeah. Oh well. Boom. Predator Racing Group, I have painted my bedroom the same colors as your car. Other hats not so happy. LOL. That's how I read all caps messages. Okay, so quali, super softs, qualifying trim. How's the weather? Sunny. Excellent. Super softs, quality trim. Go, go. And we actually don't know mathematically. I kind of get the feeling that the full quality trim might actually be better, like than the super soft one, but it's level 3. So no, the sweeter spot's pretty good. I mean, it's just because it's higher level, but I actually don't know if that's better than the quality trim. We're a little fuzzy on the math there. We will see anyway. Happy with the setups. We're sitting at 99%. That's fine. Obviously, we'll run on super softs to start off with. Over here, we're still at 98%. I guess that's just the way it's going to be. So the excellent for speed balance, yeah, is in the middle over there, but you know what, it's fine. 98% is going to be okay. We got those, we got those. We need 7th or above responsive objectives, which is pretty unlikely. We will take quali. Better if it's not sunny. AI shit is quali during rain, yeah. It's quite a long quali session. We might be able to do 3 stints, and that might not be a terrible idea. To try to see if we can get out Q1. Because we're not going to need our super softs for the actual race day. And we've got... So we can use 2. We could use 3, and then just do like 1 stint on fresh super softs if we do make it to Q2. Yeah, let's send out now. Wait a bit to space it out. And send you out. And we're on auto mode here, which I think is fine. Like, she's got a bigger sweet spot. She's still completely effing it up. Nope. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Double perfect. Excellent. Okay. Took a little second. We got double perfect sweet spot for Monty. So here, if we want to make the next quali session, we do have to get out. We can't be bottom 5. Fortunately, we're not purpling anything. Well, okay. I was like 9th and 10th, but right, of everyone, we're literally still last of everyone who qualied. Yeah, alright, that's not working out so well. And actually, I'm not sure we're going to have time to do 3 stints. You think we'd have... I'm not sure that we would. I think if we went now, I don't think we'd have time for another one. Yeah, can we get the purple? Speed balance over there. I just made you shorter. Did it actually land into there? And then just tweak over here. I mean, that'll definitely put us... I don't think that'll be excellent handling, though. Maybe this. Let's see this. Maybe that'll get us up to 99. It's not park firmer yet. Alright, I'm going to send them both out. Maybe we can get 3. And if we can't, it would be better to wait until there was a little bit more track wear in, but we'll see what we can do. Balky improved a little. But yeah, no, we're still going to be bottom. Yeah, I think we have time for one more. Yeah, we'll be able to definitely do one more. May as well. I mean, we'll keep one set of super softs for the race, which will be nice, because we might be able to fit in a little super soft stint, depending on safety cars and rain and various things. I don't know. But I think it's fairly unlikely we get out of Q1 here, unfortunately. Oh, shit, I didn't actually check between stints what our setup was. That's a mistake, because we might be park firmade now. Because I won't be able to send you out again. Oh, for crying out loud. I meant to double check what the numbers change was. That was the only reason I made that change, was because we'd be able to fit it in. But looks like we're going to be 18th and 19th regardless. Yay, we beat Flores. But that is it. 98% all purple. Right, yeah. Or could we make the changes again? So, we did not advance. So we'll just simulate the rest of the session, because we don't really care. So despite the fact that we had, good trim knowledge, good tire knowledge, we just do not have the hardware required. And admittedly, some of our drivers don't quite match up with some of the others as well. Oh yeah, that's true. We can tweak the wing balance as well. That's another way to tweak the speed balance a bit. Could use that. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Oh yeah, then there's another quali session. Like, aww. Even the simulation takes a while, which is really annoying. Who's gonna get it? Is it gonna be Sharp that's gonna stick with it? Gonna come out from their last stint soon. There they go. Sharp and Becker both from the same. Oh, Lavoie takes it right in the end, beating Sharp and Becker, who we're both from the same team. So that'd have been really good for that. Isn't Chica like 4 points drivers and not match up with the other drivers? The other drivers are just that much better. Panther race team, you're lame. Well, they really capture social media well. Okay. So race trim. I mean, we may as well have the super soft. Although whether or not that comes up, we'll see. Race trim, same thing over here. We just don't have the relationship with the mechanics yet. That's certainly going to be a thing. Let's double check. So 99% is the setup that we're using over here. And yeah, it's just 98, 98, 98. So we could tweak a little bit, but I'm not going to bother anymore. Okay. So tires. How's the weather? Okay, rain predicted the start. So that's the 0th lap completed. So it looks, depending on how these chunks work out, somewhere around lap 10 it might start to rain, although it might be something like 11 or 12 before we actually want to switch to intermediates. So each chunk of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 laps is actually 8 laps. So midway through 8 and 6. So it feels like somewhere around lap 12, we're going to want to come in for intermediates. Somewhere around there. Not full wets, though. And actually, we're not even going to burn through the full set of intermediates either. So, yeah, I see what you're saying, Morbian. We might be able to do super soft as a first stint with Monty, because she does have a little bit better smoothness. I don't think Balky's quite going to be able to pull it off. So she's going to go soft and push. Stealth, soft and push. Although the heat is going to be hard for us to consistently push, but with Balky, we need to at least use the softs over here. Each bar is 1.6 laps, so it'll be about lap 12, yeah. So again, super soft, we won't really be able to get there, unfortunately, even though, which is unfortunate, because we do have the super soft knowledge, which would be really, really, really nice. Really, really, really nice, but we can't. We're gonna have to go soft, and yeah, push. There's no refueling. We, theoretically, will get quite a lot of fuel efficiency because we can run in hybrid mode. Is the theory. If I had like 100% engine reliability, I would actually probably just start with a full fuel tank and just start in red engine mode and run it red engine mode until we hit our fuel deltas and then pull back. We're gonna risk it. We're gonna risk it with both, because at this point, what could possibly go wrong? Maybe we have to pull back to a more conservative fuel mode because it turns out we've borked absolutely everything. Yeah, we might be able to do super soft at the end of the race, so fingers crossed over there. So we're gonna try to underfuel by 5 laps. Now with Monty, it's not predicting. She does have better smoothness, so theoretically she can go a little further, but I mean, unless we try to do 12 laps with this and then pit her early for intermediates, but I don't think that's a lot. Yeah, but people are saying you could do 5 to 10 fewer laps. Or maybe, okay, it's possible. It's possible that they were doing really long races, like they had their race length set to long. Tell you what, I'll underfuel by 2 with Monty. If we're a little concerned, I'll underfuel by 2 with Monty, and I will underfuel by 3 with Balky. Balky does have even more fuel saving built in. 11 laps with 1 lap's too early intermediates. Yeah, I think that would be too early for the intermediates. I think we'd end up losing time. I think we'll go something like that. So we're gonna try this and see how it goes. We're gonna start on everything on red, just to try to, you know, see if we can make up a place early on. We're gonna see. Does this count as a doing risky thing for bingo card? Oh yeah, I wanted the link for the bingo thing, but on the other hand, it might encourage me to do something crazy just so I can complete my own bingo. I don't know. You suspect we'll end up with 8 laps of fuel remaining? If that is, first of all, that's actually a really good sign for our future races. It tells us we can be more aggressive. But right now, we don't know, unfortunately. We just don't know. Oh, right! I forgot. This has, we start behind a safety car in this race. We can't even set our engine mode right now. But yeah, flying lap. Not a standing start. Which is very boring. 30% fuel efficiency moving in the areas and talent seems reasonable in game balance. You think the hybrid is that much? I mean, it'd have to be, because we know the flywheel sucked when we didn't have the hybrid mode. Like, it was basically pointless. Okay, so they're set up. There's the hybrid mode. Hybrid mode improves the fuel efficiency in the car, but slowly depletes the batteries. Okay, so we still have to charge the batteries to be able to take advantage of this. Okay, that's good to know. So we're not going to do hybrid to start off with. Hang on. All right, bingo card. I'll take a look at that afterwards. Go here, unpause. So nothing, whoa! I was gonna say nothing dramatic happening in the start. Monty, who has terrible overtaking, is really squeezing up quite a few places over here. From 19th to 16th, 15th. Might lose a little bit more, but we're gonna stay in aggressive engine modes over here. So yeah, we do have a negative lap delta over here, which shouldn't be a surprise. Hopefully we can really get a lot of this hybrid mode out. Right now, just charge. It's gonna be okay. I will drop these engine modes pretty quickly, though. And actually, the tires. I'm going to go to push, because I think the temperature is going to rise very quickly in the tire. I think we're going to have plenty of tread left, but I think our temperature is going to be the thing that's going to be the limiting factor. I don't want the temperature to raise too quickly, so we're going to go double orange. Again, we need orange for the engine mode, because some of these are pretty bad. We actually purpled Sector 1 with Monty here, which is pretty good. Monty's up in 13th. Balky's up in 17th, which isn't too shabby. Although her form 1.7, it's like work in reverse of what we think. Like, all right, I'm gonna engage this. Oh yeah, it definitely does deplete it. Once for a while, maybe there's a cooldown between switching modes. Monty did lose a little bit of spacing somewhere in there. Oh yeah, other people are using the ERAS to like start passing, which is going to have to be the case. Engine mode pushing, sharp purpling everything. Okay, the temps aren't being too bad. I mean, these are not super soft tires, so they don't get hot like insanely fast. Sharp purpling everything. I'm really concerned about our fuel here, how much we're actually going to have. Hey, what? Until we know, let's just drop down to just medium fuel burn for now. And yeah, see, the tire temps keeps going up. Let's go neutral on both of these because I'm curious to see if the temps are going to go up or down. So we're just at the bottom edge of red here. And yeah, we can refuel. So what's going to happen in the pits? We do the 25% charge, which is quite a... we haven't had it go badly yet, which is good. And we'll do that, and then yeah, we'll be able to do that. So effectively getting some refueling as a bit of a side effect here. Her form has a red background, red things go faster, yeah. Now this form is just so bad. But yeah, hopefully we can work things better around these pits. It is a little annoying that, you know, well, a lot of people did start on super softs, which might mean they're going to have to pit too soon. Plus, everyone who got into Q1, everyone who got into Q3 has to start the race on their Q2 tire, which means a lot of people have to start on used super softs, which means a lot of people are going to be pitting early. They're probably going to do super soft to intermediate or something. Yeah, these performance numbers are so bad. So bad. And she does have lower consistency, you're right. Oh, the temps are still going up on yellow. Oh my. Alright, well, let's engage both of these. Oh yeah, you can see the fuel deficit is dropping considerably. Dropping considerably on both. Now, this hybrid mode does save a crap ton of fuel. Holy cow. Yesterday, my #1 driver performance is 0.1. Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, nope, this hybrid mode is crazy sauce. We still have a lot to make up with Balky, but yeah. I know, the temps are getting so high. The thing is, we're not going to lose performance from hitting there, because we're just running in yellow mode anyway. It's going to burn through the tires a little faster, but we actually have some extra tire anyway. So it might not be so bad. I will conserve a little, just to try to stay out of lowest performance mode for a bit, but very soon we're not going to be worried about the fact that we're going to be melting our tire surface. We've got oh, look at these pit stops. So we've got in position a bunch because a bunch of people had to pit from their used super softs. They're putting on mediums. They're only going to be using the mediums for a few laps over here, and then they're going to have to switch to intermediates. The AI is doing a bad job. Bad job. Yeah, AI with the Ferrari strats. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now that, our fuel deficit. And the thing is, on yellow, we actually do save a little bit of fuel anyway. Yellow's a little bit more conservative than what is predicted over here, which is really good news for us. Even Balky's not going to have any problems. Yeah, we can underfuel even more aggressively than this. That's nice. So, how are the tires? We still got a little bit there. We're still going to go and just keep the temperature a little under control for a sec. Oh! Who the hell is that? How come I can't click on you? I guess it's the person right in front of Balky. Becker over here. They're just dropping like a stone. Did you see that? Something weird was going on there. You don't watch F1. What does he mean by Ferrari strat? So, Ferrari has a habit. God damn, Monty really needs to get through this. Hold on. Well, more aggressive engine mode isn't going to make much of a difference. Ferrari has a habit of making very poor strategic choices with their pit stops and tires and, you know, how they interact with their various drivers and all kinds of things. Okay, let's put you guys both in high mode because clearly we're going to have enough fuel to be able to pull this off with our hybrid mode. It's actually crazy sauce. It's actually crazy. Ferrari have 26 plans, from plan A to plan Z. They always pick the wrong one. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we sort of want to save the hybrid mode for later, because we actually want to burn more fuel now. And yeah, I know we're at maximum temperature, but it's going to be okay. Now, the one thing is I might want to, like, I want to split these pit stops. So we'll put... Monty theoretically made her tires last longer. Oh yeah, I'm still following Becker, I know, but... I was just looking at the numbers down here, but visually we should be flipping one of these. We'll conserve with Balky. Actually, I'm going to go to full backup here. So Balky's going to do one extra lap. We'll pit Monty first. Monty has more adaptability, so she can pit while it's still maybe a little drier than intermediates call for, and be okay. Or we flip it the other way around and say Monty can drive on slicks longer, but it's going to have to be this. So yeah. Oh, I do want to use this before I pit. If I'm going to put in some energy during the pit stop, actually, let's hybrid now, because there's a possibility it goes wrong and breaks the ERS. So we don't want to have unused energy in our ERS before we come in the pit. Yeah, our form's hooked all the way up to 3.1. It's amazing. Woo.
It's whiskey and chocolate.
Hey, Quiet Tony. I put something into safety fun. Hopefully no one goes upside down or on fire today. That is the hope. That is the hope. So, the temperature's still fairly high, but that's okay. We're letting her churn through her tires more quickly. It is starting to just barely rain now. She's still got enough tire left. It's going to be okay. Gonna get passed by someone burning through their boost. That's going to be okay. Haven't started the back of Hamilton's car. Well, that's pretty standard. You get used to it. So, okay, we're gonna pit her this lane. Yeah, we're gonna pit her on this lap, and then we'll pit Balky on the next one. Monty might be a little early. Monty might be a little slow, but that's gonna be okay. No part repairs to do. We're gonna try the 25% charge, and I mean the overall time. I mean, I don't know how it's necessarily gonna round it. But theoretically, we're going from 1.4 to a 0.7. But the risk, I think we're going to drop it down because the 0.7 versus a 1 in 10 chance of having a delay that could last up to 8 seconds. I think we're going to go safe, which is the reverse of what we used to do, but I think it's going to be better here. And we just checked the parts. The parts feel okay. You can go back onto neutral tires. You've got plenty left. Well, you got temperature and percentage available. And you can see our fuel, like, our deficit is almost nothing. We're going to keep running on orange mode until our engine starts to threaten its quality. But yeah, we can underfuel by way more. Alright, so she's coming in for a pit stop. She's going to be fine. And so he's going to pit on his next one. Yep, I know, we are in fact going to be pitting for intermediates. Conditions okay. We're going to try to give you the 25% charge, and we'll try to do a safe one over here. And it is points for the top 10, yes. Which, if there was ever going to be a race we had a half-decent chance of doing it on, it might be this one. We'll run you on yellow for now. We might have to conserve just for the temps later on, but that's going to be okay. I'll just hold off on the ERS here. And we want to actually lighten the fuel load as quickly as we can before we go into conserve mode. Although I'll hybrid here for Balky. Again, just try to use the charge before we pit and give it the charge boost in case something goes terribly, terribly wrong. Chica's battery, yeah, so strike wise, exactly. So just try to drain this in case we accidentally break the ERS doing the charge. I don't know how low risk is. Be nice to maybe have some percentage numbers, but what you gonna do? There we go, there's the charge. Beautiful. Good, not great. Pit stop. Good to have some ERS to play with. Yes, indeed. So just keep burning through your fuel load here. Like, we're under-fueled, and we're running a more aggressive fuel strategy, and I feel like we've got tons of fuel to play with. So somewhere around lap 24, if not slightly sooner, we're going to want to switch back to slicks. Our exact timing might depend a little bit on what slicks we change to. It looks to me, so it's going to be about 8 laps fully dry. It feels to me we can do our final stint on super softs, because our super softs could last at least 10 laps, or like 10 to 11, or 10 to 12, I think. So we should be fine to do our final stint on super softs. Lots of people still out on mediums. They're getting some performance penalties over here, but they might have been trying to just get a little extra value out of it along the way. Yes, I know tire temps are going up on yellow, I know. We're going to let them basically get all the way up to the max on yellow and then switch to conserve so they don't... Although, the thing is, just like before, I think these intermediates... Are we seriously 19th and 20th here, despite our professional freaking pit stop strategies? That is tragic. And yeah, so I was going to say, we probably have extra intermediate, so we'll leave it on yellow, it'll max out, we'll try to make a decision there as to whether we feel that we should go down to conserve so that it doesn't chew up as quickly with the high temp, or if we just leave it on yellow, because what the hell, right? We might have switched to intermediates even a little too soon. Maybe we could have delayed both one extra lap, I'm not sure. Unless they don't pit and remain on slicks. I mean, that would be a good outcome for us. Wrong tire penalty for the AI doesn't seem that harsh. Again, if they have high adaptability, and a lot of these drivers here have a really good adaptability, the range that you can tolerate is a lot more. And yeah, it's really right around here that you want to switch to intermediates. So now just switch to wet. I think we might have switched to intermediates sooner than we really needed to with our adaptability. I bet you we could have done slicks a little bit more. So yeah, right now we're still okay with overburning fuel, lightening our car a little bit, knowing that we can get a ton extra fuel efficiency from our hybrid mode. Now, again, we're going to try to burn this hybrid mode before we come in for a second pit so that we can get the extra 25 boost the second time. So we will see. Cooling cylinder continues. I mean, yes, in this effectively, GP1, F1 league here, we are effectively the Williams. I mean, we just got promoted. Although, hey, we're not at the bottom. We're not Williams, we're Haas. There you go. Although Haas didn't have a great race last time. Although Haas had a better race than Racing Point. They had a car finish. That's something. Oh, poor Perez. It's like, what, 2 laps from the end of getting, like, P3, getting on pole, and his engine just burst into flames? Oh, poor him. Alright. About peak there. Things are going to run low at some point. Yeah, I think I'll hybrid now. I mean, I suspect we could still wait a little bit more to hybrid, but what the hell, let's go for it now. Again, I kind of want to burn as much fuel as possible so that we are light as possible, but I really don't want to pit with any energy left over, just in case it breaks. So we'll go ahead and hit the button now. How's the part condition? Engine's fine. It has definitely lost some quality, but it's still fine. And fuel temp, or tire temp's getting fairly high. Yeah, I think we will have to go to conserve here. Put engine mode on red while in hybrid. I'm mostly worried about condition. I'm not worried about fuel. You are right, DMX. But I'm worried about engine condition degrading too quickly. Once we get our engines up to like 100%, we might like red the entire race. Or until, we actually literally ran out of fuel options here. So for the final stint, there's a much better chance we'll actually use this. In fact, Valky, I wonder if I should just try to Urs you past. Or Monty. Monty's trying to pass Belky. You know what? Let's just go into power mode over here for a sec. Tire temps are high. Let's go and drop you down to conserve, especially you pitted second. Your tire's a little bit more worn. So we want to make sure we don't overburn it too much. Valky getting past with someone who just urged some Urs here. Or, sorry. Yeah, but they both did, I think. Damn. Cujo. You dog. How can we just burn past Forsyth here? Well, okay, they're on slicks. Worn slicks. I guess that would be why. Monty, get past him as quickly as you can, please. Thank you. Alright. You are... I guess conserve for now. Yeah, no, you know, the tire temps, I think we are actually going to be okay. It's nice to stay out of that lowest performance band, though. There you go, someone else on slicks that we are passing. You know what? Actually, Monty, you're going to pit first. Let's keep you on yellow for now. Although most of that will make you stare at the back of Balky. Hamilton's on slicks. Someone's getting in for repairs and everything, too. Preserve button is there. Wait, can we still use... What are you asking about? How come it's not showing me... Can we still use the high power overtake mode? Yeah. Why wouldn't we be able to use overtake mode? Other than... I'm just worried about engine condition. I'm avoiding the red engine mode right now because I'm worried our engine's gonna, like obliterate itself. Which would be, I'm gonna say, poor. Okay, it's definitely drying up. We're going to pit Monty here. So 11 laps remaining. By the time she comes out of the pits, it'll be 10 laps remaining. So 100% she's going to be fine on the super softs. Park condition, we're not going to make any change there. We'll try to give her the extra charge, and we'll do this safely. That's going to be okay. Let's check. It's not going to make any difference where we come in and out, so we may as well go safe over here. That's going to be Monty. You're doing this. That's going to be okay. And your fuel is very good. Engine mode, we're going to save the red engine for the very end. We might be able to do more power mode rather than hybrid. So it might still be a little too slick, but I think mostly we're going to be okay. The temps are going to get up quite high quite fast on this red tire. So we will have to pay a lot of attention to that. That's going to be the big limiting. It's not going to be overall wear. 11. I guess she's going to... You know what? We're going to have to conserve with her. So here's going to be 10 laps. Do this one. Do the freebie because it's not going to make any positional difference. Let's go here. Yeah, we are overfueled. Yeah, and clearly we could have been more aggressive. Again, originally I was going to underfuel by 5 laps with Balky and probably 4 with Monty. Instead, we went 4 and 2. Clearly we could have done a lot more. No, we're not bad. We don't... we're going to stay on orange, and we probably won't do any more hybrid mode. We'll probably just use power mode. Let me go to conserve here right away, because I'm a little concerned about how much tread we're going to have on this tire. Plus, we can buy ourselves a little bit of extra temp. When she gets close to someone, we'll use... Oh, she's fighting right now. Hold on. Or is it now? Go, 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 go. Try to hold on to your position. That was a lot of charge on this one. Could be that with the flywheel, does it deplete the power mode faster? It might. Yeah, this is right to be safe, although we could have always brought down our fuel if it turned out that we were going to go through things too much. Because I'm worried we were so conservative, we're really not going to get the information that we need. So right now, she's got exactly enough fuel to finish, because... well, she might actually have to yellow the fuel a little bit, but right now she can actually finish the entire race on orange mode. That's not the case with Balky, but we'll probably do a little hybrid with Balky partway in there. We're in some tight battle right now. Hold on, let's power mode, and actually let me go neutral for the tire for a sec while Balky is fighting. And in fact, if she can get a little bit more space between her and Monty, so they're not competing with each other, that would be handy. There you go. Good job. Pull you back to conserve for a sec. Actually, maybe not while there's someone right on your ass. We might pass you anyway, just because these guys all have much better cars. Yeah, okay. We'll stick on and conserve, because temperatures and things. Should get you to create bingo cards for Ava Stream 2. Yeah, Lingo Bear Killing. Yeah, I like those ideas. Balky, 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 Balky. I mean, I'm assuming that's not going to be able to get us past here again, but... Oh, Performance dropped a bunch. Oh my god, she's like right there. That is like so close. And on the inside corner. Nice job. 13th place. Wow, that overcharge went crazy nuts. Crazy nuts. Who is this? That's Partanen, who's a very good driver. And they're not even using any ERS over here to get through. What's their engine mode? Yeah. They're super... Oh, a bunch of people just pitted. Like, how did we just shoot up over here? No, okay, no, they are being pretty aggressive with things. Alright, 6th over here, which is interesting. This is hybrid mode. Sharp's using hybrid mode. So again, the AI can. They may not have been on flywheel, or maybe the AI did pick flywheel, even though it was a bad mode. We might have just helped some of these players, or the other teams a whole bunch. I don't know. Put you up to neutral for your tire mode over here. We're going to be okay. 7 laps remaining. We're going to have to keep Balky's temperature an eye on there, but I think we might be able to finish with both tires on yellow mode at this point. How's the engine? Okay, I'm going to go to overtake mode and overtake mode on both these engines because we do have some extra fuel kicking around. We're in the points right now. We're even beating our sponsor objective right now, which is nice. Let's try to defend here with a bit of ERS, although it's not unlikely to actually do it. Indeed, that's the case. The fuel situation on Balky is going to be a little different because we don't have as much of an excess. But we can still hybrid mode. We can still go down to yellow as well. There's not a lot of race left. Let me go down to medium for now, since we actually don't know quite what our fuel situation is going to end up looking like. Yeah, exactly. Be careful with Balky's battery flash fuel. You need the hybrid mode, yeah. Well, we need the hybrid mode if we're going to stay in the more aggressive engine mode. I think, okay, we can probably go back to high over here. And then just charge up some. We'll maybe have to be a little less interactive with defending and attacking with our power modes, because we don't know exactly where we're going to be at the end of the race. Okay, barely in those sponsor objectives. Temperature's okay, although it continues to climb. Who's in 8th over here? Forsyth. You're currently conserving your tires, but still getting pretty dangerous. 53% battery as well. That is a lot of battery charged up. I'm betting they're getting ready to make a move. Yeah, everyone has access to hybrid mode all the time. It's just that the flywheel is particularly good at hybrid mode, as far as I understand it. I might be wrong, but based on the description, it sounded like flywheel was just really good at hybrid mode, but that everyone had it? How's the engine? Okay, it is dropping pretty quickly. I think I'm going to be forced to drop down to high over here. Although with the fuel, we did burn a lot of the excess fuel off, which is good. The fuel will still degrade on orange here. With Balky, it's slightly short, but we do have the hybrid ready to go at some point. We'll have to decide how we're going to deploy the rest of our energy. We've only got about 4 laps remaining. Yeah, the softs. Temp's getting awfully high here. I think Balky, we're going to have to go to conserve for a sec. Save a little bit of tire temp here for a maneuver later on. Let me drop this engine mode down to yellow as well, just to give us a couple options with how we're going to deploy the power. Meanwhile, Monty is just defending over here. I know that you don't have a lot of fuel left. I'm going to go ahead and pit power mode over here with Monty to give her a little bit of space with whoever's behind her. This game does not have dirty air. Although, when you're stuck behind someone, if they're not doing the same pace as you, like, you might have a hard time overtaking. So there's that equivalent, but there's no actual, like, dirty or clean air in terms of aerodynamics. There's no tow either. There's no dirty air, there's no tow. Okay, we can move to high mode over here, actually. Keep an eye over here. Meanwhile, yeah, your suspension's pretty poop, but we're going to try to finish with it there, Monty. I think you'll be okay with the hybrid. Let me go and put you into medium for now, though, just in case. We're gonna have to ignore your brake problem. They're not great, admittedly, but I mean, we can't pit now. I mean, the thing is, we're still in the points, which is nice. But we really want to hit the sponsor objective. We can't. I mean, it's only 300,000. Only 300,000 pounds, you guys. It's not that much, right? Eighth place, Becker. You've got some charge. We might just use a boost here for defense. Yeah. Twin defend versus Becker here. Valky has a little bit built in. She's got a trait for fuel efficiency. I mean, she won't be able to finish on orange unless we do something. She'll be a little yellow or a little hybrid. But we've got time. How you doing, Justin? Oh, you're fine. Your numbers are okay here. Tire temp's getting a little high on Valky, but so far so good. Monty could hybrid for a bit and then go up to yellow. I don't think so. I'm worried about her engine, so we'll probably just save it for just a power mode boost in the end. We'll keep her on yellow. I mean, she can orange a little bit with the fuel that she's got, but I'm not going to hybrid with Monty. She is actually in a fairly tight situation right in a second between these two. I mean, not that desperately tight, I guess. Just based on the timing screens, it looked a little rough. Balky, power mode here to defend against a car which is the better engine altogether. Yeah, see, they didn't have to deploy their ERS to do this. You just drop down here. A little concerned about the tire, but we're on our last lap now. You can go to high mode. That's going to be okay. Use a little bit of power. So fuel's going to be fine. Tire, I mean, it's going to complain about getting hot, but it's going to be okay. Shit, we're still in the points! But damn. Yeah. Yeah. We got in the points. That's it's bingo. We're still in the points. We got passed again, but we made it into the points, which is a huge deal for us. Huge deal. First place won by 18.4 seconds. That's not much. That's not much at all. This is a very tight race. I mean, that would be incredibly tight by actual F1 standards, but it's even a tight race in here. Losing the sponsor objective sucks. But it's not actually that much money, but yeah. It's too bad no one went illegal ahead of us. But it's a little early in the season for illegal parts. People just haven't done that much development. But look at it! I mean, Balky's on the board. We're on the board. That is a huge result for us. 18 seconds is not that much between like first and ninth at all. I mean, there are plenty of actual F1 races where there's 18 seconds between first and second, or at least like first and fourth is very likely going to be like 30 seconds or more. Oh, was it 18 seconds between first and second? Okay, that would be, I mean, that would still be fairly significant. That would not be a small amount. All right, so, I mean, mood goes up, marketability goes up, because we did exceed expectations a little bit, which is nice to see. We're 2 seconds off the pace in quali, so 32 laps, 18 seconds isn't so bad. Yeah, good point. That's an excellent point. So we made up a lot of time on superior strategy versus pure pace. Practice driver with high feedback? Maybe. I mean, it's extra money. The feedback. The thing is, think about it. Because of the longer practice, like, we went into this with pretty high knowledge stats. Getting more feedback isn't actually the end-all and be-all. Sure. Let's see. Yeah, of course, we'd love to have her on our team. We, in fact, cost to break contract. Contract only 9 months, and it's 12 million pounds? I don't know. We have to make a move over there. We will see. We will see. Engine build is finished, so let's make a... Oh yeah, you're fixing the car, so we can't do that. Do I want to go straight into yet another engine? It's whiskey and chocolate! I don't know. Whiskey and chocolate from Lingonberry. Hey, Lingonberry. Shout out. Shout out to Just Want to Fly, who's the first official Quill 18 Motorsport Manager bingo winner. That's awesome. Oh, I wish I could participate in the bingo, but I'm a little busy playing the game. That does sound excellent, though. What do we want to develop? Need 2 good engines. Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, we have 1 new engine. All right, well, 2 new engines now. But maybe this one, you know what? It doesn't have that much reliability. Maybe we should just go straight into yet another engine. I think maybe we will. It gets pretty expensive, but it wouldn't be too bad. Do this. It's interesting. It reduces the improvability. So we actually would basically, the engine would come out basically at peak performance already. All we'd have to do is work on the reliability. I think this might be okay. Yeah, no condition loss on first race. Yeah, but we take that instead of a good one, right? Like, that's the thing with this, is like, oh, it sounds great, except it means not having some other benefit. I mean, we do have to improve more parts so that the numbers can carry forward as much as possible for the next season. And yeah, there's no reason for us to rush to Epic. I mean, the Epic bonus would be we'd get 2 for the price of 1. But I think what we do is we do this, and then we move on to something else. And that's the other thing. We could just focus on having 1 good part for everything. Well, I mean, to a certain extent. I think I am going to go for the engine. I think I'm going to do this. And then after that, we'll move on. We're not going to keep developing the engine. This is going to be the final engine. The only question was, do we do this one at all, or do we wait for whatever comes next? We've got to drop out some of these ones with some mistakes available. Well, actually, I don't care so much about the fixing. Let's focus on the tire modes. So, come on. Oh, first, let's see if we can hire people. Oh, we're full over here. I don't think we can hire without firing. Okay, I mean, we'll just reject you and you outright for having low stamina. This wouldn't be bad. When they do hire them, they will get a stat boost, so that's going to be another 20 tire. That'll be a pretty good rear jacker, not that we really need the overlap. I'm kind of tempted to pick this one up, if it lets us hire. I was going to say, yeah, we're going to have to replace someone. So maybe we'll wait on that. Hold on. So 20 tire with no mistake chance. 20 tire with no mistake chance would be this one. We're sort of out of it, but we could replace a 0.2% mistake chance with a 0.1%. Or maybe we'll just use the 19 over here. That's going to be okay. And then that's kind of it. Front and rear jack, no mistakes. There's some fixing mistake things over here. Not that we're really concerned about the fixing, but we may as well rest. Let's sub you in. And your fixing's only 13. So I'll probably just leave this one in and we'll cycle a few things over there. I'm not as concerned about the fixing because hopefully we don't have to do any fixing. Fire cure. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. They don't have anything maxed out. We will indeed fire you. Boom. That'll make spots available. Because everyone else has got some 20s we can use. So we're going to hire this one, Dooley, who's got a good amount of stamina. And it's going to have at least 20 tire. Post-hiring. It's really weird how that works. But there we are. So we can swap you with Dunn, for example, and get that going. Which is going to be A-okay. So all these over here, I think are resting. Is there anyone here that's max stamina? Yeah, so, cold court, right. So they've always got the 0.1% chance of making a mistake. So the Cagliano. And that's a rear jack. Okay, we really don't need Cagliano either. I think we're going to fire you. You do have the 20 rear jack, but we've got some rear jack. We're going to fire this one. We don't have a replacement to recruit yet. We're going to do that. So Code the Court does have like low stamina, but it has so many 20s to fill in like multiple different roles, which is going to be fine. So like, yeah, we can drop you in here. Like still, because there's still the mistake chance, but it's not because you're not rested. I suppose for the achievement, I could do this. Oh wait, no. We still need current for the tires. Oh, we'd have to run Ansel. It's only 1%. Like, they could do the full 20, do a race, we get an achievement like this. So the only percent mistake chance that matters here is Ansel. It's only one driver or one pit crew with 0.1%. I think we could probably tolerate this, and then yeah, just for the completion, I think that's going to be the case. Okay, we're gonna advance time here. We're not gonna do another race today, by the way. I expected we were only gonna do the one because we were gonna do the qualifying, and we had to do some pre-race stuff and everything. So that's still gonna be okay. Sponsorships. Okay, there's gonna be some sponsor offers soon, which is gonna be nice. Car repair complete. That's all we're talking about here, right? Yep, good, excellent. Okay, so now we can go back to improving parts. I'm not going to improve this engine, actually, because I don't think we're going to use that engine. What we are going to do is use this one, and then the next one that we were building, so we don't even have to do performance work over there, so we wasted a little bit of effort, but not really a big deal. The next thing we're going to develop is, I don't know, if we look at our staff, and I'd still like to get a new designer, he's better at gearbox than brakes. Better in gearbox and suspension than brakes. So let's assume the brakes and the front wing are going to be the last thing that we're going to fix up. So, I say the... Yeah, the brakes and front wing. So the brakes, we're going to want to improve the reliability on the brakes right away, because we're not going to be... Oh, they're already at 80, which is okay. Now, the front wing, we're not going to do for a while. It's easy to replace, but we might want to bring these up to 80 as well. Everything else is going to get replaced relatively soon. Gearbox is already at about 80%. What I'll probably do... Oh, good. Okay. Then we will throw some more parts in here. Well, let's do this. Yeah, that's gonna be fine. That's gonna be, I think, A-okay. We might pop a couple of these things off relatively soon. I'm gonna wait for a full set of sponsors here. Performance work is done, yeah, because there wasn't anything particularly substantial. There was only the 1 point to do in there. Here, just throw in a couple of dummy jobs. Oh, I'm just gonna wait for the full set of sponsors. Oh, I was maybe gonna want to take some of these out here just to make sure. Yeah, front wings, they can go away because they're so quick to replace anyway. This engine really has got to go up quite a bit more. These are all above 80. I kind of wanted to cancel this before. This will be before the race, but that's fine. We can put some more things in. Okay, we got all 3 sponsors available for slot 6. What do we got? Hypertech, Old George Brewing Company. I do like that. And Silverado. We got a 4-star, 4-star, and a 3-star. Payment per race is by far the highest over here, $500,000 per race. Nothing even comes close. I mean, shorter, but this is shorter. It's got a higher upfront payment, but no, definitely this $500,000 a race. It is a long deal, so we're gonna be locked into this for a long time without a 5-star. But I think this is gonna be a pretty easy pick for Hypertech. I think it's gonna be okay here. Or we could just do nothing, wait 2 races for these offers to expire, and hope we get a 5-star. But I don't think that's a very good idea. I think we're going to go ahead and run this guy. It's really annoying, though, because our marketability is super high. We kind of got some bad luck here with not rolling this. But we'd be giving up at least $1 million if we wait 2 races for a chance to maybe get a 5-star, but there's no guarantee that we will. So I think we have to take Hypertech. It is a little unfortunate we didn't get a 5-star, but, what are you going to do? What you going to do? Route's going to be replaced in 1 race, which is going to be okay. FWK will as well. Coaster retiring soon, that's fine. Well, 1.5, but I say 5 million, or, sorry, I say 1 million because it's 2 races at $500,000. And then flat rate doesn't really matter because we might get the same flat rate later on, if not more. So I'd count it more. If we didn't take advantage of it now, I'd count it as $1 million loss rather than $1.5 million loss. Just because, yeah, because I'm assuming the initial sign-up bonus will be a wash kind of one way or another. All right. Oh, that was a separate side race. Well, in another league, which is fine. Engine work is coming along. Oh, it's Emma's birthday! Emma, who is not one of our real drivers. So we're not going to spend any money. This is our temporary driver. Temporary backup driver. Okay, and that brings us to Beijing time. And reliability work finished. In fact, I suspect that it kind of overkilled over there. I don't know. No, we don't do that. We'll just do this. That's going to be fine. Stay on the reliability side. That's going to be okay. Wait for the engine. No party for you. Scouting information, and then we still got some more coming in. Well, actually, let's take a quick look here. The people that are not hired, because that's who we're scouting out here, are any of them insane? Well, no. Whoops. Shit, where was that? Was that you? Fuck, no marketability. 66 isn't the worst. Oh, and that's 66% while filming a documentary. I mean, those are smoking hot drivers, but they would not bring in the money. Now, this is kind of interesting. A semi-pay driver. The good marketability, but I mean, we wouldn't take them now. They've got really good feedback. Yeah, but only 4.5 stars per 10. I was going to say, we could pick them up as our reserve driver, use them in practice, they'd have high feedback, and would develop skill, but no. But no. Yeah, pay driver high, like, feedback with that would be nice. So, I mean, this is genuinely someone we'd want. I feel like Lippinen, you're a good driver, but you're piss poor marketability. Although it is being nuked by Media Shy, but that's permanent trait. Yeah, I think we have to. I mean, you'd be good if when we get to the point where we want to start winning races. And what's annoying is this guy will probably picked up by an AI team who I don't think cares about marketability and money. So he's just going to be a god tier driver against us, which is really frustrating. Don't really need 2 good drivers first couple of years, build up parts. The money comes from just one reaching a sponsor objective. Yeah, and having high marketability so that we can be sitting at the 5-star sponsors as much as possible. So I'm going to unselect you because I'm not actually going to be interested in you picking you up. Probably the same thing's going to be the case with Geraldo over here. It's really frustrating. We really need the marketability / paid driver status at this point, especially the first few seasons. Like, we might come back to you guys later on when we think we have a chance of actually winning and we've banked some money. But right now, we need money to be able to finish our headquarters, to be able to keep maxing out our parts as much as possible. And that's really what I should keep doing, is keep going through. See, that's not so bad. And if we can, steal you away at some point. There's Martin, who has crap marketability. We're going to go and leave you off, but he's a good driver. And again, the AI teams pick him up all the time, and then we have a hard time against them. So at least you have some marketability. And yeah, we can't ignore marketability, unfortunately. It's pretty frustrating, but we have no choice. See, this one's interesting. High marketability, pay driver as well, and high feedback. This might be someone we could consider picking up for something at some point. We don't really have a reserve driver. It's Emma Yamakomodzi over here, who's just temporary. We just pay her $1,000 a week. We're $800 a week to stick around. That's literally it. It's not someone we actually have as a real driver. But we've had Emma quite often. She's in fact, we've even raced Emma before. When it was one of the situations that didn't matter, and I think one of our other racers was injured. You just don't have. That's Partanen. who's injured and everything right now. Oh, as I say, their stats aren't as high as I thought, but I'm wondering if it's taken their actual active stats. See, 100% marketability, paid driver, and I think their stats are actually better than it looks. It's just because of the injury right now. So we're going to keep them on the list. I don't know. Maybe. We'll keep an eye on you. So yeah. I mean, we're not really looking for a new driver right now. We're just trying to keep our eyes open for a possibility down the line. We're much more interested in finding a new designer at some point, hopefully. And we do have a few bookmarked, but there was a designer we were gonna try to pick up. They got sort of stolen from underneath us, which is too bad. We're just gonna try again. We're gonna keep Ribeiro here for the full season, and then we'll replace him after that. At least we get to save a few bucks. It's gonna be something okay. Get Sharp. Yeah, I mean, I would like Zoe Sharp. I want Zoe Sharp. Right now, we can't pay her £10 million to break her contract. We're not going to pick her up this year, but next year, her contract expires at the end of next season. And we might make a play at that point. It'll turn out that she decides to retire all of a sudden. Like, no! But yeah. I mean, 1.2 per race, I'd pay that for this driver. She wants to quit. I mean, not yet. I think it would show up over here. I don't know. Considering offers. Not interested right now. Yeah, and that's the thing. She might not even be willing to join our team because we might just not be like strong enough in the thing, but it'd be okay. Her morale is bad. You're right. Her morale is really low right now. But she's still not even interested in having a conversation with me at this time. So anyway, that's going to be okay. Is there an option when negotiating you pay the break cost? Yeah. I mean, so there might be a way where we don't have to pay the 10 million. We might split it or might have the driver pay it, but we'll see. But we're not gonna go for this right now because either way, it's going to be too expensive and too hard for us to pull off. We're gonna wrap up the stream here. I know it's about a half hour early from close, but I figured we'd only be able to do one race, and also I actually have a bunch of stuff I have to record today and take care of, and I need the extra half hour of time. So we're gonna have to put a cut in here. Unfortunately, there is gonna be a stream tomorrow, though. There is a stream tomorrow on Tuesday, even though there's not normally a Tuesday stream. It is going to be a sponsored stream for Empire of Sin, the Mafia simulator, like business sim / XCOM combat style game that is being published by Paradox. It's being developed by the Romeros, and it looks awesome, and I'm very excited for it. So please make sure to set a special bookmark for tomorrow. So again, we'll start at 2 p.m. Eastern time, so our normal sort of like Monday / Wednesday start time, but we're doing it on Tuesday. And we're going to open up a few speakeasies and see what we can do. So thanks a lot, folks, and I'll see you guys in less than 24 hours. Bye-bye.